A good sign as to whether there's free speech is someone you don't like allowed to say something you don't like.
Freedom of expression, even more so than speech, is a fundamental human right that reinforces all other human rights.
I don't think there's any difference between free speech and thought. And it has to be free, because if it's not free, it's not thought.
However, free speech does not mean giving bigots a free pass. It includes the right and moral imperative to challenge, oppose, and protest bigoted views.
The notion of hate speech, other than in the most obvious examples, it can quickly become something that is in the mind of the beholder, or even worse, is purely fictitious.
Describe a hateful thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just content that will solicit a reaction, something that may include something that is slightly racist or slightly sexist, those kinds of things.
So it's damn annoying when someone you don't like says something you don't like.
So you think if something is slightly sexist, it should be banned?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying.
Well, I'm just curious. I'm trying to understand what you mean by hateful content, and I'm asking for specific examples.
Maybe if there is a way to collectively define what hate speech is without just throwing a blanket over it.
And you just said that if something is slightly sexist, that's hateful content. Does that mean that it should be banned?
Current society, for the most part, wants inside their heart to have free speech. I want freedom for me, not necessarily for you.
Hang on a second. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
well, then how did you see the hateful content?
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. What?
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying...
Then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Extremist mobs all behave in a similar way, whether their cause is political, racial, or gender-based. You get both verbally and physically aggressive behavior. You get attempts to dominate and silence those who disagree with you. And you get attempts at character assassination.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet. And yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well,
that's false.
No, what I claimed...
You just lied.
What I claim was there are many organizations that say that that kind of information is on the rise.
You serious?
You literally said you experienced more hateful content and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know there's hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time.
No, free speech is not some right-wing reframing of whatever. It's the foundation of Western civilization. Upon this civilization is built, and the Enlightenment values that led to it.
Free speech is our right, and the Democrats or the Republicans shouldn't be having the decision in that either way, right? We have it. It's built into the civil rights. And we all have the right to free speech, whether you're saying something that pisses somebody off or not.
The only thing to fear about hate speech, it turns out, is the term itself.
You weren't expecting that.
Discourse is all we ever truly have control of. So let's never be afraid to talk about, well, anything.
All right, check you later.